Welcome to another week. We've got another farm. This time we're with Aaron. Thanks for having us, Aaron.
No problem.
So, I mean, Aaron, there's no easy way to say this. Your reputation, probably to most people as a farmer, isn't the best because you are a veal farmer, which, I mean, for a lot of consumers, probably has a negative perception thanks to whatever they see online or read from a celebrity or whatever comes up like that. A lot of that comes from, you know, dark and dingy barns, very cramped quarters where a calf wouldn't turn around or, you know, do anything like that. So, you know, do you have a part of the barn that we could see that first and talk about that?
No, we actually don't have a part of the barn like that. We take pride in a clean barn, bright barn with healthy calves.
Now, bright is right because, I mean, clearly this is a pretty bright area. Calves are moving around, up and down. I mean, you know, what are we looking at here in this barn, Aaron?
Yeah, basically these calves here are anywhere, or they're still in the milk stage, so they're consuming about 6 liters of milk per day per calf, and the idea is to get them weaned onto a solid feed ration, and so this is kind of where they're at this point.
Mm-hmm. So now, is the milk your 6 liters you're giving them in these blue pails you've got around the barn?
Yeah, I can show you. So basically we make the milk out in the kitchen, and we have a feeding cart that has a flow meter on it, so we can tell exactly how much each calf's receiving. And basically we put it in the pails, and they get fed twice a day, and they have the option to graze the corn as well throughout.
So now these calves, I mean, you flip that up, and now they think we're tricking them a little, which isn't very nice of us. But they obviously think they're going to get milk. So now that you said twice a day, they're getting 3 liters each time. What is it? Once in the morning, once at night? When are those feedings?
Yeah, basically their first meal is about 6:30 in the morning, and then their second meal is right around supper time, around 5:30, 6 o'clock at night as well. Yeah.
So mornings are something you're used to as well as a farmer.
That's right.
Then.
Yeah, early mornings. Yeah, for sure.
So now, I mean, they get their milk, and then you flip this back down. What are they eating in between milk feedings?
Right. So throughout the day, these are flipped down, and basically it's a solid ration. So in the ration, we have just straight corn, and then there's some straw mixed in for some fiber to help with digestion for the calves. And then here we have it's just a concentrate, so it's made through a pelleter. And basically what's in there is soybean meal, about 50% soybean meal, some wheat shorts, and other protein sources, as well as some vitamins and minerals to help with the development of the calves.
On top of that, obviously they've got their milk, they've got their feed. Do they ever get water?
Yeah, so all the calves have free choice access to water bowls, which is here, and it's actually all warm water.
Why warm?
Just at the weaning period, because their milk is fed warm, we try to get them onto the water a little bit easier by using warm water. Mm-hmm. And then they tend to, you know, take to the solid feed a little bit better if they're used to that warm temperature.
Mm-hmm. Now, I mean, none of these calves are, you know, mooing away. They seem quiet. I mean, you know, they're up more because I've walked in and wrecked their restful afternoon more than anything. But, I mean, like, it's quieter than I would have imagined. Is that something that you want to have in a barn, or?
Yeah, I think absolutely. I think you want the least stress environment that you can have for the calves, and we found that was important when we designed this barn. Was we actually added some different things, like their flooring is all coated with a rubber coating just to help with the calf comfort. It also has heating tubes underneath, so the rubber is actually slightly warm, and it's nice for the calf to lay on. As well, the temperature in the rooms is usually around 10 degrees, so it might be minus 25 and blowing snow outside, but the calves are still comfortable around 10 degrees inside the barn.
Yeah. Now, how is that controlled? Do you flip switches all the time, or?
No, basically it's the heaters are set on a timer, or not on a timer, sorry, on a thermostat, and the heater will kick on if it drops, you know, a degree below our set point. And then also the in-floor heat in the pens helps to maintain that temperature in the room.
So there's a lot of automatic going on around the barn just to keep them comfortable throughout the day and night then.
Right.
Yeah. Now, in terms of, you know, what you do as a veal farmer in a day, you know, you mentioned about mixing milk. What are some of the other things you're doing on a regular basis here in the barn?
Yeah, so constantly 3, 4, 5 times a day walking through the calves and just visually assessing the calves, making sure that they're healthy. There's not that one in the corner that's off, that's feeling a little bit off today. We take the time to make sure that all the calves are doing well and energetic. So.
Yeah. Oh, cool. So now, I mean, they're here for, you said these ones you're kind of working on weaning off. When are they going to be weaned off milk, and then what happens?
So typically the calves are weaned around 8 weeks of age, and then they'll go to another facility where they will grow to about 700 pounds.
Well, we've left Aaron's barn behind, and now we've gone on to Tom and Paul's farm here, where they are finishing the veal calves, and that's the process. Well, maybe you guys can explain it better than I can. What is the process of finishing a veal calf?
Feeding grain and pellets to finish off the calf.
So kind of they finish up their milk, and then they get grain until they reach market weight, the weight that you're shipping them at. What's that weight?
It's about 700 pounds is what we're aiming for in live weight.
That's a fairly big calf. That's not a little one.
No, definitely isn't.
It hurts when they hit you.
Yeah, they can be mean at that stage. So, because how old would they be at that stage?
About 7 months old.
Yeah,
7
so
to
they're
8
getting.
months.
So then, give me an idea, boys. For your farm here, what's a day look like for you? What goes into taking care of these calves?
The morning starts off with checking pens, checking for health-wise in all the pens. Then we go through and feed them. After feeding is done, we will bed them, clean out pens, and odd jobs like that.
Move any if we need
Yeah,
to.
move them, weigh them once a week.
Because looking in the barn, obviously we've got the video of that. You start them at one end of the barn and you just gradually move your way through. You were mentioning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You keep them in weight categories, I guess, until they're, like 100-pound calves. Or every 100 pounds is a different feeding ration for them.
Oh, it changes a little bit, does it?
Yeah.
What changes about their diet?
Cut down the protein.
Yeah.
Put more corn to it.
What's the reason behind that?
Just the finish on the calves in total. They need less protein at the end and less supplement at the end.
Oh, okay. Now, for these calves, I mean, they, as you said, their market weight is that 700 pounds. Where do they go from here?
We ship them direct to New Market. They butcher them there, and then they ship them mostly to Loblaw stores.
Oh, so people can find them just in the grocery store. Veal and could be calves right from your place.
Could be.
This barn in behind us, beautiful spot, is how old?
It's a year and a half old.
A year and a half old, a nice big barn like this. You've been on this farm, you mentioned, for about 5 years. Why'd you guys get into this kind of farming?
We like dealing with cattle, and I don't really feel like working for somebody else.
Did you try that?
A little bit.
A little bit, just wasn't for you guys.
No, wasn't on the books.
Now, not everybody can work alongside their family members. You're brothers. How do you get along with each other?
We have arguments. I guess.
There's no real secret to it, though.
No. I can't
You just
say there.
get along well enough anyway at it.
Yeah.
For now.
For now. All right. Well, appreciate the tour today, boys.
Thank you.